The last time I texted him, he said he was on the way.
Yeah, I'm texting him right now. He's always late like this.
Hey, everybody!
Hey, Bill.
Season's greetings. Jingle bells, Batman smells, running like an egg. Yes, baby. How's everybody doing this evening?
Great, very good.
I'm sorry I'm late, y'all. You know, I'm sure y'all are sick of me saying that. I'm sorry. Sorry for the umpteenth time. Oh, yeah. Sleep. You know, I was thinking about we were just gonna do some Christmas caroling. You know, I figured, well, this is the end of this, but I wanted
to do some caroling.
Yes, I wanted to do some Christmas caroling. Silent Night.
Shut up.
Hold on.
Well, I mean.
What? Why don't we do it that one way?
Oh, yeah. Now,
Ready?
hit him. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Hey, round yonder. Is that better?
That was great.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays to all of you from the BTG family.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Whoa. Hey, I'm going to interrupt the podcast at the beginning to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and to say I'm sorry that I forgot to put a message at the end of the last episode saying that this is coming out on Christmas. That hat is way too small for me. So I'm here now telling you that if you haven't already, go like the Facebook page, because that's where we put out a lot of our important updates. Next week, a week from yesterday, which was Thursday, Christmas Eve, is New Year's Eve. At 11:30 p.m., we will be premiering our New Year special. 30 minutes into that, we celebrate New Year's with you, and I will be live in the chat speaking. Hopefully Scooby the Kid, hopefully Bill Perry, and hopefully Shy will all be there in the chat with us. I'm unsure. For me, New Year's is a week away. I currently have 10 minutes before Christmas is actually here. You know, I don't know if you can see, I'm exhausted, but I cannot sleep because I have to be up at 6 o'clock to go to work tomorrow. So I'm here about to edit the next 3 episodes of the podcast. So you will either see this room or my new room. Yeah. There's a few other things I wanted to say. Let me think. Oh, next week, like I said, 11:30 p.m., we're premiering it, which if you don't know what that means is essentially it goes live at 11:30 p.m. and it plays out from 11:30. So you literally, it'll start at 11:30. I believe it's 45 to 55 minutes. I don't know. I haven't looked at the video in a second. And it'll end at about 12:30 on New Year's Day in 2021. And you get to celebrate with us. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. And I'm going to end my big rant because you guys now have a Merry Christmas episode to watch. No coming up. You get to jump straight into the podcast after our hosts sing a little bit. No, they already did that in the edit, I think. I don't know. hopefully y'all didn't skip this. But I'll see you guys at the end of next week's video.
Pop passed it on to me. I don't know about you, Shy, but when I was a kid, when a truck went past me, I can't describe to you how I hated that sound. I mean, it was, not because it was, it was like the screeching of a banshee to me. A fucking truck, a regular truck, which are loud, but like I could tolerate it now. It's funny how I grew out of that. But man, oh God, if it caught me unawares, I hated that sound. And it was always diesel trucks. And if they fucked around with that, I'm like, you know what, you can go to fucking hell. You can go to hell right now.
I was in Dollar General earlier. It just reminded me because I was just imagining your reaction. And the cutest little, I believe, Mexican baby. Oh, she was so cute, still in diapers, but walking, maybe one. She had this little yellow shark in her hand and some balls. Hi. So sweet. I just love it.
I would have grabbed her and said, yep, you're mine.
And as soon as they took took it from her to ring it up, oh, she had a fit. Oh, she was so cute.
Yeah, see, you gotta love them even more then.
Yeah, and I'm imagining you in the truck. Mom, like, oh,
oh no, that was when I was actually
that
at the post. Oh, I had a actually great little kid moment, but this is a little boy at the post office. You know, a lady with a little kid. You know, she does a little deal, and as she's leaving out, the post office man was waving to the kid because the kid was waving up, and she's like, say bye to the post office man. He said bye, like for a long time. There was like a line of 7 of us that were all just looking off. We all laughed. Every last one was like, that kid broke all of us, man. You know, we were all sitting all stoically looking. Oh, we just all fucking fell out laughing, man. The kid didn't even know what he did. He's all like, it's so fucking funny over here. Shit, bye. And then he starts saying bye to all of us, like individually as we're heading out, you know, and the mom's kind of trying to snatch him a little bit and shit.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, it was the cutest little shit, man.
I see that ladder shot.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like that baby. It just sat down and then it laid down. It just wanted.
That is a little weakness of mine that I'm not as crazy as Joe about it. Joe's constantly posting pictures about babies all the time. It's like, man, you look weird doing that.
And then,
but I do love cute little babies and shit.
Yeah, it's like whoever her mom was and the other women were all just looking at each other and laughing. The Cassie were all just laughing.
Especially those babies that just do cute shit that don't know that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because you got some babies, they kind of realize they're doing cute shit and they keep doing it over and over because they know they got you. It's like, you're not cute anymore. You know you're doing it, you know? But the babies that just do some weird shit, and you're like, man, that is cute as fuck. And the baby's like, what did I do? What did I do? All right, so are we ready?
What do we want to do first?
Christmas or New Year's?
Well, we can take it in order.
Do it just like that? Okay, so if we're gonna do Christmas,
We have a.
let's get in. Okay, how do we just talk about Christmas?
Favorite Christmases.
Favorite Christmases.
Oh, that's hard.
Like fond Christmas memories.
I think I know.
Favorite Christmas movie.
Hey, let's do this just for the sake of not being downers. Let's not talk about our worst Christmases.
Yeah, no.
Because I mean, we could, but it would make it interesting. But I think that would be a moment in the show for those watching and be like, "Oh man, now I'm starting to remember my worst Christmas."
Well, really, I think my worst Christmas might be a year or two not having enough money to really get what I wanted. So like,
it's superficial.
Yeah, and I wanted to get you guys something. So that to me would be like worst Christmas, not anything else.
Nothing really bad. It's only really more been economical and the frustrations of not having money. When I became crazy. Dad didn't leave, mom high and dry on a Christmas morning, and like none of those kind of just super tragic stories that exist out there and shit. But just you know what I mean? Like hey, I'm going out to get Christmas presents and shit. Don't ever see them again. Yeah, or robbed on Christmas. Now actually, not so much talking about so much that, but we could talk about funny instances on Christmases, and that's maybe like a funny something you've seen in a movie, or if you know of a funny Christmas story.
Hard to think, actually.
I actually could think of a couple for myself that's gonna be funny and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the rapid fire is Die Hard Christmas movie.
Oh my, I love you, man. There's a reason why this man my bro. All right, so without further ado, my man got the clip. Okay, or Shy, you don't want to do that? Okay. No, get your hit. Get your hit.
Let me get your lighter real quick. Yeah, this one just
Here.
died, I think.
Because see, Mac, I want you to do that all the time officially, like you've been doing. That's gonna be the you know, when we're officially in.
I don't know if this works, but I found it earlier.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that actually fits you. Okay, I wanted to hit that joint real quick before you. Oh, I thought you put it out.
Not tobacco, is it?
That's why you're choking like that. And I tell you what, you're gonna love going to Jamaica because they like smoking spliffs. And when you ever get a chance to go to Europe, you're gonna fit right in. He's gonna fit.
Too.
Yeah, he's gonna fit right in. It's like, oh yeah, that's what I do. Okay, you can't smoke it, so.
So this comes out the Wednesday before Christmas. Just
Cool. All right. Oh, let me set this out here for our little prop. I got a whole story. I'll set it up here later on and stuff, but I'm gonna give Scooby this as a Christmas present, saying that it was handed down from all these rappers. Scooby's gonna act like a little kid and maybe like leave off camera like, oh my God, thank you, you know. And then I'm gonna look at y'all like, y'all know it was, you know, full of crap, right? You know, and that's gonna be, yeah. Hunter was saying we should do that at the end, so I was like, yeah, that'll be the tail end of the show. All right, so Matt, the official snap. All right, welcome to another episode of Bridging the Gap with Bill Shy, Scooby, and Mac. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and all the other things that's out there. This is our holiday special, and we're just gonna talk about what it means, during this time of the year. Talking about our favorite memories, this and that and the other. But we're gonna talk about Christmas and the holidays.
Make sure y'all get tuned in and tapped into all the social medias. I'm at Scooby the Kid 252, at Chef Mac 1523, at OsoShine11, at Bill_Perry, at Bridge the Gap 77. Get tuned in and tapped in.
how are we all doing this week? This will be the week of Christmas, so like, where do y'all think y'all gonna be? How do y'all think y'all will be doing?
Oh, I think I'm very excited, and hopefully it's a little chilly. I'm kind of digging this cold weather right now, but I think everything's going to be really nice. So yeah, good.
No doubt. I'm kind of with Shy on that and everything. I can imagine I'm excited now, and I'm sure I'll be excited then. More or less, I'm just going to speak like I'm speaking from then. I'm excited. I'm very excited today.
I don't dig the cold. I can't do the cold, so I'm the opposite of Shy. But other than that, hopefully it's going to be a good Christmas. I'm excited.
Same for me, except I'm the opposite of him. I love the cold. And I will be working this Christmas, but I'm glad because I get to help I hate to say it like this, the old people who are at the
No.
Elders.
Man, how many times?
The elders, because they don't get to go see their family this Christmas.
My sister and I, we used to do a lot of holiday performances with our family and stuff, and I've done some myself solo-wise, and I think y'all done some on your own time, playing at nursing homes, say it like that to be PC or whatever. But yeah, no, man, I've done it plenty of times. Matter of fact, I did one last year. Just as recent as last year, I played at the Veterans Home. Played a solo piano set and stuff during the holidays. May not be surprised if I don't get a call next month, from them. It happens like that. And as another tidbit on my end, I've actually involved myself in a fundraiser called No Kid Hungry. And it's connected to that Giving Tuesday situation. There's various organizations that you can, create some sort of like page, as it were, or link where you can donate to. And this is my link. So, and I've already raised $200 out of $500 at this point in time. It may be more, and I may have reached my goal by said date, hopefully. But everybody's been responding very well to that, and I feel good about that. It's the third thing I've been involved in this year that has been something about giving. Not so much trying to get my thing on, but, being involved in something that's about giving and putting emphasis on that, considering the time of the season. Yeah,
I think that's really dope. It's something to always remember around this time of year, especially for once you get older and you're out of the kid stage, give, it feels good to give gifts, I'm not the biggest gifter, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that, like, as I'm getting older, it's like, that's kind of cool.
It feels good.
It feels
Well,
good.
it's the same. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a
And you know
thought.
what?
Right, yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't really get that because you're all about gimme. Yeah, I want the present. It's about giving you the present, so I'm happy. What are you talking about giving? But yeah, you get
And
that when
to know
you get
people
older.
are thinking about you and considering you and going out of their way to do for you to make you happy. It's a good feeling.
Okay, now I'm kind of lost a little bit. Are we into talking about the holiday segment now? Oh, okay, because I wanted to start talking about stuff. We're gonna stay right here, actually, like where we're at about the giving aspect of it. You know, I think we have to remember that, you know, it's not so much about the gift. I know that, you know, in saying that, there are a lot of people that put a lot of weight around the gift that they're giving a person, even our commercials, you know, the jewelry commercials, you know, show her that you really love her this holiday season with this expensive diamond ring. You know, look at you, Tori, that's what Tori wants. That's exactly, she want a big old diamond ring up in there. But
it's on the couch.
But yes, you know, remember that it's not about the superficial things, that it's, you know, it's more about just, you know, giving with your heart. You know, I guess be the best way to say it.
That is a really good thing to say, but
but everybody wants to get like I'm saying this, and everybody's like, "But I want a PS5, man. how do I, you know, like compromise with what you say?"
I know how you are, and whoever you would meet, yeah, you guys could definitely come to a meeting of the minds and really be happy and spend the day with each other. You used to have anniversaries because of the moon.
Oh yeah.
So you would definitely do
in
something like that.
In my marriage at the time, you know, my ex-wife and I, we would celebrate, you know, all the full moons of each month and everything, and yeah.
So I like to think that I would be like that too, you know.
You know, I feel that, you know, I guess I'm more at peace about like the giving aspect that Scoob was touching on, because obviously I'm getting older, and it's more joy to see the kids and the young in particular, because not just the little kids. I mean, the young, you know, even though, you know, they're looking at themselves as those, so it's like, oh man, you're 16, 17 and stuff, you know, and the holidays still get them too. There's 16 and 17-year-olds out there that still act like 8-year-olds if they don't get certain things for Christmas. They pout and stuff like this. Little 16-year-old right now that's expecting a PS5 and don't get it on Christmas morning, he gonna pout just like an 8-year-old.
And they can,
like
really,
a 5-year-old probably. Like,
it's like, you know, and their family can really get it for them.
Yeah.
You know, not just something like how we.
Yeah. if you know, they can really get it. It's just like, what happened? Well, you remember that deed that you got? Oh, you know. Whereas, like, I've described this in the past, which I was talking about when my dad bought me a ColecoVision, which was the PS5 of our era. And he had to hid it away, and it took a lot for him to get that because, you know, our family was financially strapped. And I said on another story, but I, you know, say it again for the Christmas special because I like this story. I like it. I like this story. Anyway, my dad surprises me. In his van, he had the ColecoVision hidden under something. I can't remember, some rags or some whatever. Tells me to go out in the van to get him something. I go to look, and I'm shuffling around. I see the ColecoVision box. It's the greatest moment in the history of my little life at that time. I run in there. It was great. Every time I say that, I think that truly is my greatest Christmas moment. Because I've never reflected. I mean, I have a lot of great Christmas stories, but that instance, it was just, you know, it was a surprise, but then I wasn't as shocked. I don't know why. I guess because I've been talking about it so much leading up into the year, you know, throughout the, oh man, ColecoVision, all the kids are talking about that, like the kids talking about the PS stuff now. We were all talking about it throughout the year, so, I mean, I was shocked that maybe I got it. That was the shocking thing, but you know, once I got over that, it was just like, I mean, I don't know if you remember, Shaq, I just started plugging the stuff up, you know, in the back of the TV. I'm like, man, it's time to game. You know what I'm saying?
Our parents, you know, no matter whatever financial things, they always made sure that we were happy when it came to, you know, it's like.
And then the little extra bonus with the bikes. We got the bikes when he was expecting.
And I don't know what else I got, you know, toys, dolls or something. Mm-hmm. And they just really, that was probably the best Christmas. We were going to talk about the best Christmas.
Well, just any Christmases that affect you.
For me, I was probably like 6 at the time, and it was a weird Christmas because some bad stuff happened later on that Christmas. But it was a few weeks before actual Christmas, and me and my brother and my mom were gonna go to my grandpa's, so we were gonna have an early Christmas with my dad and stuff. But we didn't know. So like our dad or our mom picks us up, and you know, we get home and we walk in and there's just presents everywhere under the tree. You know, we got like the shared presents that year because it was big. It was like a PS3, and, you know, some video games for that, and then at the end, like one of my dad's favorite movies is The Christmas Story, and you know, like he hides the Red Ryder BB gun, and my dad did that. And then it fell off the shelf, and like it was 2 of them, and me and him were so excited. And we went outside, we went and shooting the BB guns, and then he shot me in the back of the leg with a BB gun.
That was
brotherly love.
I don't think all that happened in quite one Christmas. Yeah.
That's great though, man. I think I've heard you guys talk. You talked about that before and stuff.
Like as far as favorite Christmas memories, like I don't know, Christmas was always a weird time. Our family, you know what I'm saying? It was like we always had Christmas, but like I would say it was probably one where it was weird. I don't remember what happened, but we ended up going to eat at the Chinese place like they did in the Christmas store. Usually we go to my grandma's, but we didn't that year for some reason, and we went there. It was cool.
It's a tense time because of the pressures of the holidays, right? I mean, there's so much emphasis on togetherness and being with family and loved ones, and there's so many people that feel alone. Even in some cases with all that, they still feel innately alone, like within themselves.
And when you think about cooking and all of that, and whoever takes care of that and the bulk of it, our mom, this time for Thanksgiving, she took 3 days to get everything together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mom still got some of that food left, I imagine, right?
I don't think so.
I'm still thinking with my belly over here. But see, yeah, exactly. That kind of care.
And that could be, yeah.
That care. And that's why I make sure to try to get even stuff. Like, I started trying banana pudding out because Mom cooked it so much, and we all would just really tear into it the way I guess maybe we did, or y'all did, because I don't really like bananas. And sometimes I would just get a slice just because it's like, well, Mom made the effort. It's just like she cooks this grand feast, like, you know, and I just would take bits and pieces, and Mom hooked me up with every little thing for the take home. And I think I even still got some of that stuff, you know, Thanksgiving food.
I loved like playing cards, playing bingo. Like we always had, like all the family would come, and then you know we do the presents, everybody would eat, and then
we play cards and bingo.
Yeah, and it'd be like the bingo. You know, seeing like your grandparents and like your older aunts, I guess they would be called great aunts, just get so excited, you know, about bingo. It's just always cool because, you know, as kids, we're the ones yelling and screaming, and then cards and bingo comes out, and it's like, you know.
Right.
That was pretty awesome.
And see, it was always funny because our dad always brought the stupid gifts. Like, so when we played bingo, we'd have a bunch of gifts in the middle for the winner. Like one, if you win a game of bingo, you had to pick one gift, and our dad would always pick the stupid gift, and we would never know what it was, but we'd always like want to know, like, oh, who's gonna get it? And he'd tell us which one. When they get it, our grandma won one year, and she opened it up, and it was boob magnets. And she has them hanging on her fridge to this day too.
Or like they got her. My grandma it was like a clown, like the light switch. It was like the clown's picture.
Oh no!
But then like my aunts and them, they would get the gag gifts too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it was always
in our house. It's always holidays. It's like we like watching movies together and stuff like that. You know, watching film. If there's a game to be played, I would say backgammon or Acey-Deucey and stuff.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, more so. Yeah. But. Yeah.
Well, this is not Christmas, but on your birthday we watch boxing, so we'll change it up here.
Yeah. I mean, it just like, we'll talk about certain things, but really, it's just like the fact that we're together, and, this kind of vibe, and it's just kind of how we approach it, and it's usually immediate, family. In our case, like, we're not like, with some homes, everyone comes to that one home, the aunts and the grandmother and the this, and everyone comes to that one home. We have never hosted that. It's always been central. Yeah. If anything, I think casually, a guest or two, and that's usually between my sister and I in some cases. Maybe our aunt, like Aunt Lewis, come a few times or something like that. But other than that, it's and I think that's why. And it's always been like that. I mean, throughout our lives, like, I think that's why when monies was like low and lax and stuff, the tense times, as they say, you could feel that. But it was, as an adult looking back in retrospect, you realize like, no, it was the not being able to provide. Because, mom and dad always provided a great Christmas for us. And there was a couple of Christmases like, they didn't really have the money. You can imagine as an adult what that does to you. Yeah. The child is only looking at, I didn't get my present. It's like, man, you don't even know what your parent is going through. Like, your parents.
I don't ever really remember a Christmas where I didn't get something I wanted. It was usually, they would, especially when we were little, they would ask What did we want?
We pretty much did, Shy.
And there was no Santa Claus deal. I think that's more with us. Like we knew
there only one sad, well, I should call it sad, but the only Christmas I remember where Mom and Dad didn't really buy a lot of presents. It was the same Christmas that I got that Raiders jacket from, I don't want to say this on camera because it's kind of a personal thing in our family.
Oh, yeah,
she bought that jacket. Okay. Yeah, and but here's the kicker. This is a funny thing. That same Christmas, all right, y'all got the Game Boy thing. Okay, we had digital electronic stuff too. It didn't have obviously the graphics y'all had. And I saw one that was a flip one at the local mall at Panorama Mall, Cheyenne, California, in Van Nuys, and it was Donkey Kong or maybe Donkey Kong Jr., one or the other. And I was at that time, oh my God, that's because that was a arcade thing. Oh my God. And I bought that for myself. And it was one of those things you could take with you. And I mean, that's why I get the kids that like have the little Game Boys and this and that and the other, or I guess in some cases in people's phones now. But having it like as a transportable, accessible game right there, like oh my God, I may as well have had a real arcade in my pocket the way I was acting about it. Like, I'm walking around and it cost me like $25. I was in 8th grade or something.
Oh, okay.
And I bought it myself with the money I made from selling candy, that job when I was selling. I was so proud of myself. Like, I bought this present. It wasn't like, Mom couldn't get this or Dad couldn't get this. It's like, no, I wanted this present. I saw it at the mall myself and I bought it because we didn't grow up with the Santa Claus delusion, y'all. I'm sorry. We literally went to the stores or, Toys R Us with our parents and saw Mom reaching and Dad reaching for the toy. St. Nick went nowhere. But now we loved Christmas movies and the cartoons, whatever, it didn't take away the allure. But no, we had no delusions of no fat man coming down our chimney and stuff, with a beard, wanting to eat our cookies.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, they kept it real.
Or even in a more like another level, I don't know if you remember this, but when we lived in apartment 308, not even 504, but 308 on the 3rd floor in Hollywood, okay, I guess I was hell only about 7 or so, so you were really small, but a Santa came by. I thought that Mama raised it. It was a black Santa Claus. Uh-oh. And, I was a kid. And I don't know if I said it aloud. I feel like I did. I don't know if I've asked Mom about this. But I was like, that ain't Santa. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be the racial diversity. And I've been, showing
he was
like
ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time. And Mom, that ain't, no. It's so funny to think about that now. This brother's like, oh, bro. No, he didn't say that. Oh, God, I just made a cliche out of the poor guy. But, I just think, the brother, and this is back in the, well, I don't want to say this, y'all know I'm up there, though. But it was back, way back. And it was ahead of its time considering that time. But I found that interesting because it's such a poignant memory now that, there was this Black Santa Claus apparently around our area because that was Hollywood, California.
Oh,
that
it's
was
still hard for people to accept. I just saw this thing on the news where this guy had a Black Santa display outside, and somebody sent him some threatening letters or whatever, and the whole neighborhood rallied around this guy and supported him.
Didn't Chocolate Santa out of New Orleans or something just die? He's a popular Santa. He's been playing the Black Santa Claus in New Orleans because Annette Hollowell, from the Foxfire Cats and stuff, she posted a picture with him. Shouts out to you, Annette. Posted a picture with her hugged up with him and stuff. It was all like, R.I.P. Chocolate Santa.
Wow, okay.
But now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the image, and you're an artist, the artist is in the house here, so he can vouch for this. I believe the image of Santa Claus, if I'm not mistaken, was created by Coca-Cola. Yep. It was created on a Coke can, and it's actually it's a quick painting of Santa Claus, as it were, you know what I'm saying? The classic look and everything. Yeah. And so, technically, Coca-Cola owns the image of Saint Nick.
We've gotten so far removed from the birth of Christ.
Oh, man. And some would argue not even so much in the holiday spirit, but even in the date itself. Because some say he probably could have actually arguably been born around the time that we celebrate his resurrection, ironically. that he was actually born during that time. But anyway, that's splitting hairs. That's another topic. When was Jesus born?
That's what it was like with the religious aspect of everything. You know, that was something that was never big in our household when it came down to Christmas.
No, not with us either. You know, thank goodness, because we were able to just look at, and I say that not to offend anyone that perhaps did grow up in such a way.
It's just a different way of coming up.
Yeah, and it allows you
a lot
to,
of sides of it.
right. And honestly, you can absorb things without this kind of slanted eye on looking for things that are not fitting some sort of what we think is appropriate right now kind of thing. Like, oh, they're not doing it, so they're not doing it the right way, you know, not the way I was conditioned to, you know, and then putting themselves on this kind of like moral pedestal, you know, of, you know, how a moral high ground, as it were. Like, you know, if you don't acknowledge the birth of Christ on this date, you know, if you don't, you know, like Kajik or whoever are really, you know, staunch about that. But then you got the, I guess, the unorthodox that have challenged that date and so on and so forth. And then even go even further, why we replaced his imagery with this idea of what we do, what we're discussing right now.
Commercialism.
Now, the giving aspect, that's beautiful because it's in the tradition of the spirit, in the spirit of Jesus, as it were. But it's just like, but no one has ever been encouraged to say happy birthday, Jesus Christ. On Christmas, it's Merry Christmas and acknowledge Saint Nick, and you know, we acknowledge it's the birth of Christ. I mean, all of our, you know, Silent Night, Holy Night is about the, you know, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Christ
say
said he was born.
A lot of people, I guess, when they go to church, they celebrate it.
And it's in our music, you know, joy to the world, the Lord has come, let earth receive her king, however we go. And now go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's like, it's crazy. Like I remember hearing those songs as kids, but like
didn't think about the religious connotations
at all. Like,
well, there's the ones that don't have it at all, like Jingle Bells don't have it.
Yeah.
And you know, they, you know, when I grew up, we, you know, bastardized that. You know, Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. What's the rest?
The Joker ran.
I don't know the rest either.
The Joker got away.
Oh, okay, okay.
Batmobile lost the wheel and the Joker got away.
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar, yeah. Yeah, it shows you how universal that corruption was. You know, we were on different sides of the coast singing the same shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, different generations even, it kept up. I mean, it's so catchy, man, come on. Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. I mean, and I didn't even think about that until, I swear to y'all, you know where you see memes where they say, I was today years old when I found out this. I was literally like that the other day when I realized Robin laid an egg.
It's about a bird.
I'm thinking of the character Robin laying an egg. I never, until, I don't know, but a few days ago, I will admit this on air, that I was like, oh my God, y'all, Robin, the freaking bird, lays eggs.
That's a play on words.
See, my brain, it took a little bit longer for my shit to, you know, to formulate.
I don't think I really thought about that either.
I mean, you know, it's like, which makes the song, because, you know, Jingle Bells, Batman smells, which, by the way, I saw a funny, real short, like 10-second commercial where Batman, he goes, I don't smell. And then the video ends. That's it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that knows that song gets that little clip, man. I was rolling. I was like, oh my God. He's just like, he said it for a minute. And he goes, I don't smell. It's like, hey man, they're doing $1 million there. You know, you got some great cologne on up under that suit. You know, that goddamn man be sweating up under there. You got to wear some good shit. Where, you know, bathing in the great best soaps and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that man be smelling good, beating up on the Joker and shit. Oh, you smell good today, this evening, Batman.
And that's another thing. Okay, we were going to talk about our favorite. Batman is a Christmas movie with Michael Keaton.
Yes, Shy, good one.
Yeah.
We was gonna argue the merit of Die Hard being a Christmas movie, but that can be thrown in too. Batman, is it a Christmas movie? I will say yes, because there's Christmas imagery, and I think it came out around during the holidays.
Christmas.
So, Christmas movie. Die Hard, I gotta dig further back in my mental Rolodex and clear out the cobwebs, I think.
Yeah, they had.
Did it come out around during the holidays when they first hit?
They had.
It's on Christmas Day, if I'm not, like the movie's
Did
based.
it come out on Christmas Day? Or the movie,
is based on Christmas Day, if I'm not mistaken.
He's trying to get that bear to his kid, right? You know, he's holding the toy bear throughout the whole thing or whatever.
I thought his wife was
Die
on
Hard?
play.
No, I haven't.
I was about to say.
No, that's part 2, Shy.
Oh, okay.
Die with a Vengeance or something or whatever, you know.
Which
or
one
Die
is part
Harder
one?
or
They're in the building in part 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
the famous he
okay.
jumps out of the, you know,
That's
yippee
right.
ki That's that. Oh, that shit.
Willis.
You know what? I gotta watch Die Hard 1.
Oh,
I just
okay,
thought
we're
about it
gonna
like,
do
yeah,
that
that's
together
happening. That's happening because
We're
it's a
gonna do
Christmas
that together.
movie. If you put in the comments that it's just some action movie,
Fuck you, you're wrong.
fuck you, you're wrong, and we will hunt you down. We got ways to do this.
We're gonna do what Jay and Silent Bob did, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
If you've never seen that movie,
You gotta watch
And, and fuck you again. No, we stop with all the fucking. We're sorry. We're sorry. No. Please actually like and subscribe. Like,
I think they have Die Hard on YouTube.
oh, that
I
image
hope
right
that's
there.
it. I hope that's it. You might have to buy it though.
Well, 2 hours 55 minutes. That's the
Is that how
movie.
long it is?
But sometimes,
It's probably maybe some other additional. Who knows? Maybe.
like a lot of those YouTube videos, they'll be like, they'll put the picture on there, and then it'll just be like 2 hours of just like click on this link, and it'll take you to like a free movie watching website.
Yeah, I mean some of them are like that. Some you have to buy or rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are y'all's favorite Christmas movies?
Polar Express.
Polar Express. I can't remember it or anything. I know
It's
the
a
title.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out when we were like, I was in like 3rd grade.
Me and my
You
grandma
were like
watched
third
that
grade,
like
okay.
every Christmas. Like
It's really good.
if you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. But like the famous hot chocolate scene and like, oh man,
Well, I seem to be the only one oblivious here. Y'all seem to know this one.
I can't think of his name.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, yeah. He plays like 7 different characters. He plays the
Oh,
conductor.
really? I didn't know.
Cause he's
Yeah.
Santa though, right?
Yeah, he plays Santa Claus. He plays the conductor. He plays the hobo on the train. He plays like 2 other people.
Man, that dude's an American treasure.
Oh, I love it.
Tom Hanks, man. It's just like,
Uh,
dude. All right.
Sorry for that little inconvenience. We gotta make sure everybody's healthy on this.
Yeah, indeed,
set of
man.
BTG.
Indeed. Oh, what's going on?
But we're talking about Christmas movies. You know, we talked about the Polar Express. We're gonna talk at least another one of my when I think of Christmas movies, because there's one specific series that I personally have never watched, but the Christmas Stories. You know, there's 2 of them, but at least the first one. You know,
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
one's one of my favorites.
Uh-oh. Oh, y'all want that?
Now he's getting sick.
Oh, no.
Went down the wrong part.
Yeah.
But yes, the Christmas Story, dope. I sound like the dad when he was down there in the sewer or whatever. And he was banging on the thing, and he was just got the cousin up a storm. Y'all never seen the Christmas Story?
No, I haven't actually.
So it's like this one scene where like the heater goes out, and so it goes down into the bottom, and he like is banging on the heater trying to get it to work, just like, fuck this shit, that, all this kind of stuff, right? And so like later on in the movie,
Fixing the tire.
yeah, the tire goes
blew.
flat, snow outside, so he gets little Ralphie out to go fix the tire, and he gives him the lug nuts, I think, and then he
Yeah.
like spills the lug nuts, and he's like, shh, fuck or
He
shit or
said-
something like
In
that.
the movie, he goes, "Oh fuck!" it's implied. It's like, "Oh fuck,"
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he was listening to his dad earlier.
Yeah.
Then they put soap in his mouth. He has like a whole montage of now he goes blind because they put soap in his mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, then he snitches on his little friend, and then the mom calls the little friend, and then you hear him in the background just getting his ass whooped, just screaming. Yeah, that movie is hilarious. Yeah.
y'all are probably don't know this one as well, but Chevy Chase's National Lampoon's
Oh.
Christmas Vacation.
I've never seen Christmas Vacation, but I've seen a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, that's a great one. Actually, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Christmas movie with Steve Martin and John Candy. May you rest in peace. The famous scene where, because these guys, they're both heading home. Steve Martin's character and John Candy's character, and they're completely like bipolar opposite type people too. And Steve Martin actually has a family he's trying to get home to. You don't realize until later that John Candy doesn't have a family, but he's saying that he's going home to a family. All
And
right.
to his wife especially.
Yeah, and then you find out all that's, a bust. But there's this one moment where they're in the hotel room, right? And no, they got a motel. So it was just this one bed. And they all like, they're sitting there just talking and stuff, well, who's going to take the bed? Like, I don't know. And so I don't know how it cuts the scene later, but then it fades back in later. And you see Steve Martin is laying like this. And you see, and John Candy was a big guy, and he's hugging Steve Martin. And so Steve Martin, I believe he wakes up first and he's all like, I think maybe he says good morning or something. And, he wakes up because they didn't realize they fell asleep like that with each other. He's like, good morning. And he's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, my hands are real warm between these two pillows. Pillows? Those are not pillows! And, they jump up out of the bed. Oh, they start trying to talk about macho shit. How was the game? Oh, trying to bring it back to some manhood shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a classic. So you got to really see it. I'm not doing it justice. You got to really see it.
Yeah.
But that's a great one. There's a lot of movies that are not necessarily Christmas movies, but like have Christmas in it. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm kind of like, I was thinking of a few earlier and I'm completely blank now, but, I was thinking of things like, oh yeah, that was around Christmas.
Home Alone.
Like Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone. Hell, that's a Christmas movie, isn't
That's a specific series that I've never watched.
Really? Yeah, you should. A lot of people definitely like part 2, but they're both worth watching.
Yeah, I love part 1.
For y'all's generation, it ain't plausible to lose a child in such a way now, because kids get, you know what I'm saying?
It was back then.
There was no texting back then. Well, did she? I'm trying to think. In part 2, did she have a cell phone? No.
Well, part 2, I don't remember.
And even then, it would have been something like a Nokia or something. It wasn't nothing like this. Didn't come until 20 something, in the 2000s.
There's a theory that that the Saw director, the original Saw director, just hasn't said yes or no, but just kind of like laughs at because it's funny. Is saying that Kevin McAllister becomes John Kramer in Saw because he builds all the elaborate traps in Home Alone. And then he realizes that people don't appreciate life, so he starts building the traps to make them appreciate life.
Oh, that is awesome. I love that. That's great,
I
man.
never seen the Christmas movie, but speaking of like leaving your kids, Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt. What's Spade, right?
David Spade.
Yeah, David Spade. Yeah, Joe Dirt's a classic. Is that a holiday? It was during the holidays in that movie?
I don't think so. It was just thinking about like
losing
your kids, like what the fuck? Like it just blows my mind. Like I don't know.
I can't really think of it right now, but TV shows also have like great episodes of Christmas, stuff and everything like this. A lot of them end up kind of coming across as corny towards the end, though. Mm-hmm. But I've always liked the Christmas specials that go through the the 3 Ghosts of Christmas, or what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The past, present, and the future, and they all have various.
That's Scrooge, right?
That's Scrooge's original story, but other TV shows will have, like, they had one like Fred Sanford. He treats everybody like shit, on the Sanford and Son show and stuff. Be talking all this crap to him. And they had one of those episodes where, Ghost of Christmas Past and Present in the Future, and the kind of person he was, it was leading towards a future where no one cared about his existence. Mm-hmm. I think the one in the past shows like if you never were born at all, and shows. I think I'm getting this right.
Remember, but I
I think the whole entire thing maybe plays out like that. I think like it goes back and goes, well, I wish I was never born. And then, it goes through the whole thing. It's like, okay, well, let's go back to the past, where you wasn't around for this kind of Christmas, so it played out like this. And in the present, well, you're not in existence, so this is how the, Christmas is for this. And then in the future, and so on and so forth. But like I say, various shows play it out in different ways, and that's always been like my favorite version of approaching Christmas because of the cathartic aspect of it, the change in the person.
Okay, I have to say this. I'm not a big Christmas movie fan, and all the ones you guys mentioned I do like. I love Christmas music and cartoons.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Yes.
The Charlie Brown Christmas specials. The claymation stuff with the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty the Snowman, Frosty the Snowman. I would still watch it. I'll still watch it, man. I don't care, man. And watch it just like this. Like I ain't never seen it before. Like
our dad, for the longest time, he kept it up all year round, and just because we lived in a small apartment, we never really put up a tree. Like, one year he decorated a palm tree for a Christmas tree just because we didn't have room. But then he got this Charlie Brown Christmas tree with the little ornament hanging.
Oh wow!
And it was little. It fit on the shelf, and that's what we used for our Christmas tree.
Yeah, is here. The Charlie Brown song.
Yeah, I love the Charlie Brown Christmas.
I love that song. you know,
the Grinch.
I was just about to say that.
Because you
Jeremy,
mentioned change.
Mr. Grinch. Because his heart grew bigger. How does the story go? It grew 10 times bigger.
Like 5 times too small, grew 10 times too big.
Yeah, it's just this whole little rhyme thing and stuff, you know.
And the Who's, I love the Who's.
Yeah.
Why did he? What made him come around? I can't remember
The little girl.
Cindy Lou.
Yeah, Cindy Lou.
Cindy, because I thought it was like he heard the village singing loudly, and then he grew.
Well,
like,
it was her that brought him.
But she brought him around.
Because he took all the presents. He went and stole everything.
That was his story. Yeah, he stole it.
Yeah,
He stole everybody's presents.
They
He didn't want nobody to have Christmas. Yeah, that's right. That was Grinch's story.
But like in the Jim Carrey version, like you get to see him go to school and get like picked on.
Oh, that's why he becomes the Grinch.
Because it's like
I think I remember seeing Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey tweeted out not too long ago. He said, "Just a reminder that Grinch didn't hate Christmas; he hated people."
Hey, indeed.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And-
and look at this. There's a new Grinch where it's all hip hop.
Oh.
And I think the Grinch is somebody like Most Def or somebody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's somebody really cool. And I saw it one time. I loved it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
That's great. That's great.
I'm gonna have to see if I can find it just so you can see it.
No, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, you will love the whole hip hop theme around it.
All right, so we've talked about, the ghost of, the 3 different ghosts. We talked about the cartoon ones. What else would, are there like Christmas stories that are told?
I mean,
Christmas music, caroling and stuff like that. Which I never carol.
There's the typical like
Little Drummer Boy.
There's your typical like Hallmark Christmas movies. Man likes a girl doesn't like.
I don't know
man
any
says
of
he
those,
has
but
money.
there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I know that. And then there's
And
the
they're
plays
good
like
stories.
the
They're really good
Nutcracker, like you said, Drummer Boy. It's a Drummer Boy. That's a whole nother thing, right? That's not connected to the Nutcracker, right?
I really don't
Dun,
know.
dun, 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 bum, bum, bum,
We used to
bum.
watch that shit.
And then the Nutcracker has this whole, it's a whole thing, Honestly, it's funny being an old music major and stuff that I don't think I've ever seen an entire Nutcracker thing played out. What's
I don't even know the story.
Yeah, what's that one famous? I'm hearing it in my head, but I'm kind of hearing it in the middle. It's not the beginning part of the song, but there's this one really famous song that's associated with the Nutcracker and stuff and everything.
I've never seen a Nutcracker.
I've seen it either.
But it's just one of those things that if there's a theater house somewhere in your area, they usually house that during the holidays. So it's always a
staple.
A staple, and everything for the family kind of thing.
Did y'all ever watch Miracle on 34th Street?
Yes. Did that have kind of what I was talking about going back and because when he eventually recognizes all the things, he comes like running up that street, runs into the house, he's kissing everybody, loves everybody, realizes the worth of his life and everything, and that's why I like that particular story because it's so cathartic because that's what happens to a lot of us during the holidays. We go careening into it. Every time we turn around, something is reminding you about buying someone a present or, make sure that you're with your loved ones. But then the person that's like, but I don't have anybody. And you're just constantly, constantly reminded of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that particular story, in my opinion, if you sit down, if you're going through that, it will remind you like, hey, man, it ain't about if
This
you got
year
presents.
more than ever.
More than
People that
ever.
were with us earlier this year are not going to celebrate Christmas.
Right. That are gone.
Yeah.
And to take it into like what you can do. There's Zoom. Like if you have family. I know it's not the same, but like we had that Zoom on Thanksgiving, and it was nice. Like seeing family that I haven't seen in a while, that wasn't even planning on seeing it. It was nice to see. So there's ways to link with the family while we're during this shitty time. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
No, my cousin started up something like that with my mom's side of the family, Reese, which
they
came from a
really
conversation
keep it
me
up.
and Reese was actually having, and he took initiative right then, and it's been going on ever since.
And if you are planning on traveling, make sure you stay safe. Wear your mask wherever you go. Have sanitizer in your car. Disinfecting wipes.
Try not to throw big gatherings
Yeah.
and stuff of this nature.
And
You
that
are social distance.
And that
Right.
brings us right to the end. Just make sure you be safe. Have a happy new year. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. When you watch our New Year's episode, go ahead and watch it at 11:30 on December 31st, because you can celebrate New Year's with us, even though we're not with you. You can still celebrate it with us.
And there it is, y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays for BTG, Bridging the Gap with Bill, Shy, Scooby, and Matt. We hope you have a fantastic holiday season, and we will see you on New Year's Eve.
Make sure y'all all tuned in and tapped into the social medias at Scooby the Kid 252, at Chef Mac 1523, at Also Shy 11, at Bill _ Perry, at Bridge the Gap 77. Peace. Merry Christmas.
Batman doesn't smell.
Just in case you didn't believe me at the beginning of that past episode, it is Thursday at 11:55. I have 5 minutes to Christmas, so Merry Christmas. See you guys next week. Again, if you skipped my part at the beginning of the episode, go back and watch it, because it tells you everything you need to know about New Year's. So go watch it. I'll give you time. Make sure you like, subscribe, ding dong that notification bell so that you can get notified every time we upload. And leave a comment. And tell us your favorite Christmas memory. Peace out, guys. I'll see you on New Year's Eve.